Give him the forecast.
Omega level threat detected.
Ancient sands, heed my command and reclaim these relics of hatred.
Viewer discretion is advised.
If you just know you're that girl,
Yeah.
you just have no choice but to be that girl. And I feel like I'm that girl.
What if you don't wake up feeling like that girl? How do you be that girl?
You need to go back to sleep and wake back up again so you can feel like that girl.
There you have it, child. That's why I feel like I'm the T. I feel like I'm the T because I work at being the T. Like, no shade. I'm not the T just because a bunch of bitches like me and live for me because we all homegirls. I'm the T because I'm the motherfucking T. And that's just sad. I mean, that's just what it is. People legit in the world love to live for food. Love to live for food. You love to live for your bald head homegirl that just bald head whole shit. It's clear that I'm working at being the C, so girl, let me be the C. Like, give me that. Give me my flower.
How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? ¿Cómo está? How you doing? 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 How you doing?
Why are you so shocked at that? What, because I'm saying it? That's what I'm here for. I say the things you're thinking.
Hey girl, I just want to let you girls know that I'm a real messy bitch. A liar. A scammer. I love robbery and fraud. I'm a messy bitch who lives for drama.
She's an icon, she's a legend, and she is the moment. Now come on now.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you have not had a chance to do so by now, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And to go a step further, I humbly ask that you tap that notification bell. That way you'll be updated each and every time I'm uploading something new. Also follow me on Instagram at YBSpeaks, and as we know now, honey, TikTok will be banned on January 19th, so still go over there, follow. We don't know what will happen. Hello, God. But as of right now, they're saying that TikTok will officially be gone, honey. A distant memory, bitch. Anyway, thank y'all for joining me tonight. I really do appreciate it for another Hello, God live commentary, child. You know, let's talk about it. You know, again, in an effort to be more consistent and engaging in the platform, this is going to be every week. Hello, God. So last week's was cute. We got a lot on the docket today too. A lot has been happening. Hello, God. Okay, so we're going to try our best to get through it swiftly and professionally. All right. Again, be sure to, as you come in the building, you like, hello, God, you comment, you engage in the platform, child, and definitely make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're getting your life, bitch. Okay, period. What's up, Jeff? How you doing? First one to comment, first one in the building. Hello, God. I really do appreciate you, boo. How's your stomach, bitch? How is your stomach, honey? Are you on the line from one of the bathrooms, girl? Hello, God. The private restroom, girl, playing loud music so can't nobody hear what's coming out of you. Hello, God. If y'all don't know, that's a reference from last week's live. We were talking about the kids who are out here still eating on Thanksgiving dinner, bitch. All these many days, many moons later, girl. Child, stop it, I say. I'm just joking, Jeff. But I do appreciate y'all joining me tonight, honey. So, just some intro commentary real quick before we get into the real things. Okay, what's up, Bubs? How you doing, boo? How you doing? Welcome. Yes. Oh, Jeff said my stomach is secure. I'm eating wings and waffle fries right now. Child, I know you ain't bottoming. I know. Well, then again, like we discussed, honey, the Pure for Men, she works her miracles. Okay. What's up, Lynn Ray? How you doing, boo? Yes, God, honey. Child, we got some things to get into. And what I want you guys to be on the lookout for is after this live, sometime late in the midnight hour, honey, I have an almost 40-minute video for y'all. Okay? It is highlighting my journey through Miss Puss. Okay, a lot of y'all were interested, and you know, I kept meaning to bring y'all all the tea regarding your boy here swimming in the lands of fish. Okay, hello God. So after this, and sometime late in the midnight hour, hello God, I will be, you know, dropping that video. Okay. So it's funny. Like when I had to do the replay on it myself as I was trying to edit, honey, hilarious, bitch. And no, I'm not one of the girls who laugh at her own jokes. Well, I do, but I laugh because they're fucking hilarious. Okay, period. What's up, bestie? How you doing, boo? Yes, girl. You're at work, but you're here. I know that's right. I love you, boo. Miss you. Yes. Ciao. So yeah, be prepared, honey. Be prepared. Y'all are gonna get your whole entire lives. Almost 40 minutes of me just. And y'all know I'm a talker, so. But it's good talking. It's funny. It's hilarious, and it just gives y'all a little insight into, you know, what I've been, you know, experiencing. Okay. And it's been a minute since I've given y'all a pleasure points video, so that's a lot wrapped up into one video. So please be on the lookout for that. Get your life. All right. So as we move forward, there are two things that I briefly want to touch on real quick that are irking my everlasting nerve, bitch. And the first one is this new iPhone update. Girl, I have never wished more that I should just go back to Samsung, because let's just tell the truth. iPhone is just doing way too much. One thing I love about Samsung is they don't mind taking their time and pacing themselves when it comes to giving you actual phone updates. Hello, God, like a new phone every other year instead of 3,000 phones within a year of each other, girl. And their display, the way that, like, they'll upgrade it here and there, but not too far left. Okay? iPhone, Apple has this thing where every month they have a new update. Some updates are good, some updates aren't that great. Honestly, I don't rush to it. I always hit the not now button, bitch, because not now. I'm not really feeling it. Apple has too many data breaches, in my opinion. Apple just has too much going on. And in an effort to be the mainstay of the top tier girls, they'll do anything to keep their name in the buzz, even if it's negative buzz. And all I've been hearing across the land of life, child, is that no one is pleased. No one asked for, hello God, this new 18 iOS update, bitch. I haven't gotten a chance to get too far into like what the many changes have been in my phone. But the one thing that is confusing the hell out of me and really messing up my OCD brain, hello God, is the way that the photos appear. My gallery looks like y'all let kindergarten children, honey, play with the Lego set, bitch. Okay, hold on one second. Yeah, girl, the gallery is just a pile of shit. Over it. I agree with everybody else, girl. No one asked for this. If anything, updates are supposed to make our lives easier. And in no way, shape, or form has my life been easier with this new update. Y'all know I'm a content creator. I'm a commentator. I'm constantly filming, doing videos and things of that nature, taking pictures. You know, I'm a memory type ass bitch. So I got tons of pictures, tons of videos. Girl, y'all messed up everything. Y'all messed up everything. Now I feel like I am searching for fucking Carmen Sandiego, girl. Hello, God. Trying to find certain pictures and videos. And it's just, or the placement. Like, y'all messed my shit up completely, girl. Like, I don't have time for that. I'm over it already. But I've been planning on, the only reason I have an iPhone now, I don't like Apple products. I think that they are stingy as fuck. I think that it's one greedy ass technology-based, bullshit. Just the fact alone that all the updates, all these 3,000 phones a year that they keep coming out with, they're canceling, they're slowing down service, girl. They're doing this to force the hand. You got to buy the phone and the charger damn near separately. You know what I mean? All of these different things. Now, mind you, I believe all companies have their own intentions and greedy ass ways, but Apple specifically, to be one of the top tier girls, that's how they are a top tier girl. The thievery, the theft of it all, the forceability, because you feel forced into a lot of shit. But anyway, girl, yeah, I'm over it. But the only reason I did get an iPhone was I needed a new phone like ASAP a couple years back. And at the time I was with Sprint, and they were running a deal where you get a phone for free. So, where the time I come from is you just paid $60, $70 for a phone. It wasn't until Apple and Samsung tried to do their big ones that raised the prices of phones, because phones were never in the double hundreds, girl. You can get your nasty piece of phone for $60, $70 in the mid 2000s, girl. Let's just tell the truth. You could. Now you got to do a flex plan, bitch, all these other things. And girl, you think the phone is free, but then you're wrapped up in some weird contract. It's just, they've made it so unaffordable, inaccessible, and it's just wrapped up in just a way to get your money and to land your ass in debt. Because there should be no way phones should be at the price point that they're at these days. But girl, whatever. Anyway, yeah, so fuck iPhone, fuck Apple. That update is weird. The other thing I wanted to briefly talk about is Mariah Carey. This bitch is all through my timeline, girl, over there on TikTok, and all the videos that I'm seeing, girl, are just not pleasing at all. Mariah is doing her Christmas shit. She's the unofficial queen of Christmas, girl, and she owns it. But this year, it's owning her, girl. It looks like she is a willing participant in being rolled up in a blunt and smoked. Yes, girl. Yeah. I'm just going to tell the truth. I love Mariah, as you see. I love her. But I think at this point, it's just forced behavior, because I don't know if she's obligated contractually. Just looking at her face and some of the clips that I've seen, you don't even want to be there, boo. You look drunk and high, and you just look like, girl, it's time. Your voice, Jeff mentioned it just now, girl, your voice is definitely not giving, because I believe Mariah has definitely reached, she's been reached, girl. That broccoli has been done, let's tell the truth. I believe she's already reached her pinnacle many moons ago. And I celebrate her, and I love her for that. I give Mariah all her things. I still believe to this day and beyond, even after I'm gone, hell, even after time has ended, bitch, I truly believe that Mariah Carey will forever be that girl. Okay, her vocals, her writing ability, and all of her accomplishments exceed any of that of all of your favorites. Let's just tell the truth. Not to put those girls down, but you look, Mariah has the history to prove that she is and forever will be that girl. At this point in time, though, I think it's time to focus on motherhood. I think it's time for you to sit down and enjoy the fruits of thine labor, bitch. Because getting up on stage, girl, and you already know Mariah's selling out. There's never a moment where you hear anybody even talk about Mariah Carey's sales and her appearance sales, because guess what? You've never heard she didn't sell out. To this day, I still have not heard a moment where Mariah was walking into an almost empty venue, bitch. Can we tell the truth? Can we tell the truth? Can we tell the truth? And as Kat just pointed out, she doesn't even try to make the lip sync look believable anymore. She doesn't give a single fuck. And it's written all over her face. It's written in the body language. It's written in the energy. I wonder if it's contractual. Because, girl, and as vain as Mariah is, the reason she has the tracks playing over her so she can lip sync, the issue lies in the fact that I think that you care so much about how it looks and how it's presented to the people. If that's the case, and again, you're that vain, you need to think about it from the vain perspective. How dare I get up here knowing that I'm not giving what needs to be given, girl? Shout out to Cat's Meow, bitch, okay? It's not giving what it needs to be given. It's time. You've already earned your stripes, girl. It's time. Sometimes these girls don't know when to just say, you know what? Even Patty said, girl, I'm taking a break. And we're going to make some pies, girl, and sell them, girls. I'm going to find something else to do. If I want to still be in the game in some aspect, if I still want to work, girl, you know, it makes me wonder, what's the tea? I just need you to rest. It's okay. You've done all you can do, girl. You are the moment. You will always be the moment, past, present, and future, girl. Like that, you literally have accomplished what probably no one else in this life will. In that particular lane that you've been able to dominate, a career spanning 40 plus fucking years, girl. It's time, girl. I hope it's not a Bruno Mars situation. You know, they say, girl, that Bruno Mars is being held hostage, girl, over there down to Vegas, and he forced into those residencies because he racked up such a heavy, heavy debt, girl, down there gambling, girl. So they have her like fucking Rapunzel, bitch, trapped in the Tower of Life, girl. Throw down your hair. No, throw down them vocals, bitch. Dance, bitch, dance, and get these sales going, girl. That's what I really think is like happening with Mariah. I really do feel, Bubs, thank you. The contractual statement does make sense, though. The industry is shady as fuck, and she might just be over it all. She's literally conquered Christmas. Yeah, girl, fuck Santa Claus. We'll be the children's children, girl. Well, it's not about Santa. It's all about Mariah fucking Carey, bitch. Your name is forever synonymous with one of the most fucking celebrated holidays in existence. Who can say that? You know? Girl, please. Mariah, you've done a great job. We give you your things. We give you your flowers. You are heavily recognized for your pen game. You are heavily recognized, girl, for your many successful singles and albums and all the things, girl. Your tours, girl, or touring. Everything is always selling out, girl. You have diamond status, plus all these other accolades, girl, that just come with history. Will forever remember. You know what I mean, girl? Like, you've made that type of history, girl. I'm just saying, though, like, your kids will never go hungry. Their kids' will never go hungry. Like, come on now. It's okay to say, girl, it's time to sit that ass down and enjoy life, girl. You got more than enough money, more than enough recognition. Even 50 years from now, if you're still alive, girl, you still won't be able to walk around publicly. Mariah's fan base goes to the girls now because she's still the reference. She's still the standard that the girls are trying to reach. Ariana Grande is that constant reminder. And that other girl too, I forgot her name. The British bitch. Oh, she can sing her ass up, child. But yeah, girl, you're forever the standard. No, Jeff, I think it's done, girl. She's done. That broccoli is done. She has nothing left in her. You can look at her. She knows she has nothing left in her, girl. She's tired. And I'm not just talking about just Leona Lewis. Hello, God. I love Leona. Like, if it weren't for those girls, you know what I mean? Like, we still, but they still have yet to hit prime Mariah status, if that makes sense. I'm not trying to compare the girls because they're successful in their own right, and their vocals are obviously not the same as Mariah Prime, but the accomplishments that Mariah has been able to do with her voice, to create this artistry with her vocal ability and her pen game, bitch. You know, love Ariana, love Leona Lewis, but Mariah is a multiple times threat, bitch. Hello, God. Question, do you believe it would be wise for these legends to share the flame, not pass the torch with the next Supreme? You gotta pass the torch. I think it would be wise. Share the flame and pass the torch. Because I feel like, well, then again, it doesn't really even matter today because nobody really cares about a cosign anymore. Back then, it was more helpful to have the cosign. But I think if you have a genuine relationship with somebody, I really do feel like it is your mission to, you know, like we always talk about with the girls, you know, leave the door open. And how do you do that? Share, hello God, and care, unite, hello God. And then when the time comes, you've given them the opportunity to do just as well, if not more than what you have. You should feel good to be a trailblazer. Hello. Madonna, girl. Hello, Clinton, how are you? And I'm going to use Marty1003's comment to reply to Clinton. That broccoli's been done. Okay, that broccoli's been done. Period, girl. It's wilted. It's over with. Madonna stole so much from the gay community. It's not even funny. The queer community, it's not even funny. Madonna has no identity of her own. I believe when you got bitches like Lady Gaga and Britney Spears, and they've been able to kind of like do you times 10 and be original in that fact, it shows more of the lack and the fact that Madonna's not really an interesting person. She forced trying to be interesting on the people. The theft of the culture, you know, and the obvious, you know, identity crisis that she was always facing, to be honest. So no, I don't go up for Madonna. I don't go up for thieves. Mariah did do a song with Ariana recently. It was only a remix though. Oh, okay. I mean, I don't really listen to new Mariah because I'm going to tell the truth. I don't get excited when I know that it's not really her singing. And Mariah, let's tell the truth, she's such a diva. She's never been one to truly take care of her voice. You know, we talked about this a long time ago. I don't want to stay on this long because we have a lot to get into. But I want to end this off by saying that Mariah, she's talked about this before, and it's also in her book, The Meaning of Mariah Carey, where the nodules, the whistle notes are a mistake. They're a byproduct of something that actually causes her more harm. So when she's hitting her, she's not like the other girl like Shantae Moore and, you know, Lisa Fisher girl. Like, you can tell the way Mariah uses her whistle. Even Prime Mariah was really good with it. You can tell that it's not really supposed to really be there like that. Now, I don't know Whitney Houston shit. Now did you get here? Oh, no, that's not Whitney. I forget who that girl is. But anyway, Deborah Cox, I think, right? I just think that she said it was an accident. And every time that I feel like she's being forced to work, she's being, you know, she's this multi-faceted, successful artist, right? Heavy in demand. Well, you got to nurture your gifts, boo. You're only human. I understand exercising the vocals, girl. There are other ways to do that. There are other ways to stretch those vocals, girl. There's other ways, hello God, to, you know, massage thine throat, honey, okay? Hello God. But to be worn out the way that she's been worn out through the many years of her grand success, it is going to put a toll on you. You gotta nurture your gifts. Cass says Mariah may not have the same vocals, but the vocals are there. We hear that in her latest albums. Mama Just Lazy. She discovered she could make the same money given a fraction of the effort. I don't. I'm sorry. I guess I kind of talked about that just now and how I felt. I just think that she doesn't. If you're gonna be using like 99.9% of track versus live throat. Live throat. You know, I just really feel that you may not have it that much because Mariah has always been that reaction she used to get from the crowd. Mariah loves that shit. When she knows she's about to do an old nasty piece of whistle note on your ass, bitch, and give you the range, and not even just the whistle note, give you her 5-octave vocal range, bitch. When Mariah knows that she's about to serve, she gives a little smirk in her thing, you know? She does her little, you know, what is that? Yes. She gives you her little, and then she does this little thing right. Yeah, you know it's gonna be, you know she's about to read heaven and earth, girl. The vibrations will be vibrating, honey. The shaking of the table, girl. Hello God, thine bosom will run it over, bitch. Hello God, even the scales of justice just shook, bitch. Even though I just hit it myself. But yes, girl, that's Mariah carrying her infinite power, bitch. But not anymore. I feel like with rest and maintenance and good treatment on that Soroka, some lubrication on that Soroka, you know, just chill out for a minute, baby. You're fine. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. Trust. And there was a rumor going on. I want to squash this right now. That said that Mariah Carey was going broke because she took out a loan on her. You know, she owns that penthouse. Oh God, down in the New York. You know, that big ass penthouse that was on Cribs many moons ago, honey. She owns her. So what she did was I think she did something, and someone was saying, "Oh, that's a sign that she ain't got no money." I said, "Girl, that's a smart move. Why dip into my funds when I have an asset right here that I can dip into?" Hello, God. Okay. BB, hey, YB, let's be clear. Mariah of yesteryear is just that. I will not waste money on her again to listen to tracks being played. You know, I don't blame you. And I'm going to be honest with you. I don't want to spend money either. I think nowadays people are, again, she's such the moment and she's so legendary and iconic globally, right? I think people know that, but they're just obsessed with Mariah. You know, the butterflies, girl. You know, the lambs, girl. I think they just want to be in her presence because Mariah, I'm not gonna lie, I would love to just meet and talk to her. But if I'm gonna spend some coins, I want to hear some vocal slayage, bitch. Okay. Hello, God. And I want some energy. Now we know you're not going to be dancing in those little pencil skirts you be wearing, them high ass heels. It's like you trying to walk up the stairs to heaven, bitch, with them big ass heels. You know you can't walk in. Now I'm okay with her not dancing and her doing choreography. Mariah is such a beautiful, physically and on the inside. Hello, God, like I know her. Her vocals are just so the T. Mama never had to dress skimpy. Mama never had to learn how to do choreography. She's just one of those girls, like Whitney Houston, girl. Ain't nobody got time for that. Y'all, those girls start doing choreography, something is wrong. You're trying too hard. They don't have to do that. Hello, God. Anyway, love Mariah, but girl, it's a no for me. You've earned your stripes yet again. Like I said before, you're a mother now. Focus on that. Do your thing. Learn to say no. It's okay to take rest. Even when you're on vacation with the dolphins, you're speaking to them in their native tongue, girl, because you can. You need to rest your voice, bitch. You need to go somewhere where there's no fucking dolphins or sea life, girl, and you need to relax your voice. You know, period. All right, so we're going to move on from that. We're going to get into some things. So this just in, bitch. Okay, this just in. This is today tea. So I have to adjust the docket. Hello, God. This just in, girl. Let's get into it. This is according to, NBC News, bitch. Jay-Z accused in a civil lawsuit of graping a 13-year-old girl in 2000 along with Sean P. Diddy Combs, girl. Apparently, Jay-Z responded with a statement directed at the accuser's attorney. The accuser is actually anonymous, girl. Child, I'm tired of it. I'm getting a little irritated with the anonymous stuff, girl. I'm getting a little irritated. We're going to need some of these girls to come forward. We're going to need some evidence to start taking place. We're going to need the things. I guess that's what the trial is for. But at this point, we're throwing out a lot of accusations, and I'm not, where's the proof? That's all I'm saying, though. We're going to start, I need some more, that's why I haven't been reporting on the P. Diddy shit. I need things. I need names, things. Please. All right, let's get into it, girl. So girl, Jay-Z, the star rapper and entrepreneur whose real name is Sean Carter, was accused in a lawsuit Sunday of graping a 13-year-old girl in 2000, allegedly along with Sean P. Diddy Combs. The anonymous accuser, identified only as Jane Doe, said the assault happened after she was driven to an MTV Video Music Award after party, bitch. Girl, the federal lawsuit was originally filed in October in the Southern District of New York, listing Combs as a defendant. It was refiled Sunday to include Carter. Texas-based attorney Tony Busby, who filed the lawsuit, did not comment. These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree? Carter said in a statement to NBC News. These alleged victims would deserve real justice if that were the case. Bugsby has filed several lawsuits in recent months. All have withheld their complainants' names, accusing Combs of assault and rape. This is the first suit in which he has named another high-profile defendant. In a statement, legal representatives from Combs called the suits shameless publicity stunts designed to extract payments from celebrities who fear having lies spread about them. Just as lies have been spread about Mr. Combs, girl, please. As his legal team has said before, Mr. Combs has full confidence in the facts and integrity of the judicial process. In court, the truth will prevail. Mr. Combs never sexually assaulted or trafficked anyone, man or woman, adult or minor, in the statement. It read, federal prosecutors in New York criminally charged Combs in September with racketeering, sex trafficking, and other offenses, and he is behind bars at Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center after he was denied bail for a third time last month. His trial scheduled for May 5th. Prosecutors said in a court hearing last month that they are in the process of potentially bringing more charges against Combs in a superseding indictment. Before Sunday's lawsuit was refiled, Carter received a letter from plaintiff's counsel requesting a mediation to resolve this matter. Bugsby wrote in the suit. NBC News has seen that letter. In response to the letter Bugsby wrote in the suit, Carter filed his own lawsuit against the accuser's attorneys. The lawsuit claims that in 2000, when Doe was 13, Combs and Carter graped her at a house party after the MTV Video Music Awards in New York. First of all, how do you, girl, okay, hold on. The lawsuit says a friend dropped her off at the VMAs at Radio City Music Hall. She did not have a ticket, and she approached various limousine drivers to try to gain access to the show or an after party. One driver, the lawsuit says, told her that he worked for Combs and that she fit what Diddy was looking for. He invited her to a party after the show and told her to return to his car later in the evening after he transported Carter and Combs, the suit says. Later, the driver picked her up, and after 20 minutes, they arrived at a white house with a U-shaped driveway, the suit says. She had to sign a document she believed was a non-disclosure agreement on arrival and did not receive a copy. To enter the party, which the suit says was filled with celebrities and people doing marijuana and cocaine. She was offered a drink that made her feel woozy, lightheaded, and felt like she needed to lie down. And she went into a room to rest. Shortly afterwards, Combs and Carter entered the room with Combs saying, "You are ready to party." Girl, sorry to laugh, but these people are disturbingly gross, girl. Like, if this is true, right? Just the mindset, like, you're ready to party, girl. Like, knowing that you're about to do all of the above sinful things, that you are going to burn in the lake of fire for eternity, bitch, you know? That's when she alleges Carter removed her clothes, held her down, and raped her while Combs and an unnamed female celebrity watched. She says Combs also raped her as Carter and the woman looked on. The suit says that she was able to resist being forced to perform oral sex on Combs by hitting him in the neck, and that he stopped. After the alleged assault, the suit says she grabbed her clothes and left. She made her way to a gas station where she called her father. The accuser is seeking unspecified damages. The lawsuit is filed under the New York's Victims of Gender Motivated Violence Protection Act. That's long as fuck. My only heartbreak is for my family, Carter said in the statement. My wife and I will have to sit our children down, one of whom is at the age where her friends will surely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people. I mourn yet another loss of innocence. Look here. Any person who utilizes their status, their financial means to further, hello God, their filthy, filthy, filthy misdeeds late in the midnight hour, right? The people who walk this planet and think that it is okay to do harm unto others because you get some type of gratification out of it, right? you deserve to be locked away in a hell that burns, and then repeats the process like for eternity. You will experience the never-ending death, you know? And I heard someone give some commentary recently as I was doing a little bit of research on this before we went live, because I definitely wanted to bring it to the table. I heard this gentleman say, there are a lot of girls and guys out there that are willing to do these things, and a lot of times for free, just to say they had the experience with this so-called celebrity. And he went on talking about, you got a lot of people that have celebrity crushes. You got a lot of girls who will do this stuff, and agree to it, not complain about it. They like it, la, la, la. I made that same argument when we first started talking about P. Diddy and his never-ending filth, right? You got to understand, these types of people, they don't want the person that's going to agree with them. The turn on is not the sex itself. That's the prize. The turn on is the dominance and control in which they get you face down, ass up, bitch, period. What's up, Latravia? How you doing, boo? So I want to dispel that. Okay? A lot of times it has nothing to do with the sex itself. A lot of times it has nothing to do with you. They don't want you to agree with them. They love the power and the dominance over another individual. Right? But as we move forward, like I talked about, as we open this discussion up, where is the proof at this point? Do you not know that the way in which y'all are trying to protect these alleged victims' identities is the same, hello God, will that you need to have? We're trying to make sure, we need to make sure that the evidence is evidencing, hello God, before we name these people. Because they're not like you and me. These are celebrities, girl, just like Jay-Z pointed out in his statement about the situation. My daughter is at the age where she has friends who watch this stuff. The daughter probably has an iPad or access to television in some capacity, a fucking phone. You get the news alerts. Your dad is one of the top niggas in the industry, girl. And he holds down a very, worthy job over down to the NFL. Right? He's responsible for a lot of people's livelihoods as being a boss. This isn't a Diddy situation where we have 50 million, 11,000 billion, trillion, girl, never-ending stories of his filth throughout the many, 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 many years. Now, yes, things here and there have been said about Jay-Z in the past, but nothing compared to or even half of the capacity of the bullshit that we've heard come out of Diddy's camp. Let's tell the truth. So as we move forward, we need to be very careful, very mindful, cutesy, and demure, bitch, on how we are laying out and filing these lawsuits and, really double checking. That's why I'm saying, I really hope these law firms are doing their due diligence in terms of doing their investigation and trying their best to find some type of proof, evidence that can be corroborated on every single level. Because when this shit goes to court, and the math is not mathing, do not be surprised because of all of this foolishness that's coming out. Do not be surprised if P. Diddy gets to walk. Let's say he is the monster all of these people are making him out to be. He's going to get to walk just like Young Thug and them were able to walk, because why? Y'all have made a mockery of the court. On top of that, this whole process was bullshit. It was conflated with so much sensationalism and trash and drama and messy bullshit, let's tell the truth, to the point where the court would have you're wasting taxpayer dollars at this point, girl, you're wasting the court's time, girl, we have to adjourn, bitch, it's gone, girl, you're done. For all we know, that could be the ultimate goal here. Let's conflate this goddamn process so much to the point where it's gonna get to a point, dude, where the judges, like 3,000-4,000 judges later, have no choice but to either like, girl, I gotta recuse myself, I gotta get the hell up out of here, girl. Like, this is too much. And we're talking about bitches with money to burn. They will drag this out until the court gets exhausted to the point where the judge's like, girl, psh, we're done. This broccoli is done. Y'all don't have y'all shit together. So I'm really hoping, like, and again, too, countersuits. If come to find out that none of this stuff is true, none of the alleged, accused, if there's no proof linking them to these alleged crimes. And again, let's tell the truth, whether it's, right or wrong, whether it's proved or not, just their name being ran through the streets of life. What do? They can't sue a broke bitch. Let's tell the truth. They can't, because all the girls, like, let's tell the truth, y'all are suing these mega, millionaires, girl. You don't have no fucking money. So I hope that y'all are telling the truth. I'm all for standing up, speaking and speaking out, girl, against injustice. I do not like this kind of shit at all. If you don't walk careful with this, what precedent does this say moving forward, though? Anybody can just say anything about you now? Because you're high profile, because you're the celebrity, because you have a name, you have status, you have wealth. And I'm not defending Jay-Z, I'm not defending Diddy, I'm not defending any of these guys, right? I'm just saying, though, like, what if it's not true? Because we really don't know at the end of the day. No evidence, no real evidence, no physical evidence, there's no real corroboration. Now, in Diddy's situation, there has to be something there because he's locked up. He's been denied bail 3 times by 3 different judges. His homes were raided. I don't think Jay-Z's home's been raided. I don't think his stuff has been, I don't think he's being stalked by investigators. There's a reason Diddy's in jail. They have some type of evidence to prove, without a reasonable doubt, that this man is exactly what he's being alleged to be. But when we move forward, and these other people that I know probably had something to do with something at some point or another, girl, let's tell them Jay-Z was always at a party, but that don't necessarily mean he was part of the after party. And I want to say this too. When you look at all of these lawsuits that have been filed since day one, it's the same shit. And now I'm saying 2 things can be the T. I look at everything from a wide perspective, right? Because I don't want to be a single-minded cunt. I don't dwell too far on one side or the other. I'm like a pendulum. I'm always swinging, right? Because you always got to really think. There's your truth, their truth, and the real truth, bitch. So that's 3. That's 3. Hello, God. The power of 3 will set you free. And having an understanding will set you free. Okay, bitch? So tell the truth. So on one hand, you have... Damn, I forgot my train of thought. Damn, that shit was gonna be hard too. I don't know, girl. Yeah, you just have to. If these people did these things, bring them to justice. But like I said before, girl, we need some proof. And knowing damn well the names that these guys have. And then as we move forward down the road with more people, these high-profile celebrities that may or may not be involved, you're dragging these people through the streets of life, and we still don't know who. Don't you have a right to confront your accuser? I know as we move forward into getting into trial, that's the T, that's the case. But like at this point, again, I just don't like. Anyway. BB said exactly at this point, I believe nothing. It's real easy to accuse a celebrity, yet when it's proven the allegations are false, nothing is reported. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of that. Those people have a lot to lose. Like I said before, they're not you or me or anyone else. These are high profile celebrities. You just never know. You just never know. That's why their kids go to private school. That's why their kids do homeschool and shit, because you just can't trust the outside world, the type of information. Got some real crazy folks out here, girl, who are stalking the girls, you know. Girl, you never know. They already hate. Let's tell the truth. You got a lot of hate on celebrity children, celebrities that have kids. You know, like people love to hate the kids just because born with silver spoons. So there's automatic that divide. You know. Anyway, girl. Do I think Jay-Z did this? I don't know. Like I said before, I don't even like commenting on shit like this no more because I think it's just a bunch of sensationalism. Oh, my point just got back to me. Okay, so from the beginning of the lawsuits being filed against Diddy, the same thing has been reported in every filing. And this can be looked at in both ways. Either you have these real crazy people who are trying to hop on the gravy train and they see the trend. Okay, all I got to do is I had a drink and it made me feel woozy. And all of the other things that they describe about being at a party. I'm not hearing anything that's much too different. It's all the same spiel. Now, mind you, on the other hand, that could mean that corroborates this alleged truth to be truth, hello God, because all of them are reciting a similar experience. But also this could be some bitch who's like, girl, all I gotta do is recite these words, girl, and I'm in the lawsuit too. So we have to be careful. We have to be careful because again, at this point, it's too sensationalized. But anyway, we're going to get into some other things. Girl, so the girls are mad. Some of the country is mad, girl, because Joe Biden, right? Uncle Joe said, girl, y'all finna allow a felon, a tyrant, and then not just that, but look at all of the people who he is putting in these positions of power. People that aren't even halfway qualified to do these jobs, right? And girl, Joe Biden, I guess he sees, girl, you know, y'all did my girl Kamala wrong. Hello, God. I'm losing my damn mind, you know, literally. Hello, God. The country is about to turn into a war zone. Y'all have invited this felon, hello God, to take root yet again. And these yet to be United States of America. Shout out to El Teddy, okay? So girl, I'm gonna go ahead and even though I said I wasn't gonna do it, girl, even though I told y'all a while ago, girl, that I was not about to pardon my son, Hunter Biden, girl. I'm finna pull a nigga move. I'm finna renege, bitch. We playing spades, ho. I'm finna renege on your ass, girl. Fuck how many books you said you had, girl. Hello, God. I'm finna go ahead and pardon my child before I walk up out of here. And let's get into why he wants to. So this is according to whitehouse.gov. Hello, God. Straight from the president's residence, honey, hello God, okay? Joe Biden said in a statement, child, to whitehouse.gov, today I signed a pardon for my son Hunter. From the day I took office, I said I would not interfere with the Justice Department's decision making, and I kept my word, even as I have watched my son being selectively and unfairly prosecuted. Without aggravating factors like use in a crime, multiple purchases, or buying a weapon as a straw purchaser, people are almost never brought to trial on felony charges solely for how they filled out a gun form. Those who were late paying their taxes because of serious addictions but paid them back subsequently with interest and penalties are typically given non-criminal resolutions. It is clear that Hunter was treated differently. I agree to this. I agree. He was treated differently. The charges in his cases came about only after several of my political opponents in Congress instigated them to attack me and oppose my election. Then, a carefully negotiated plea deal agreed to by the Department of Justice unraveled in the courtroom, with a number of my political opponents in Congress taking credit for bringing political pressure on the process. Had the plea deal held, it would have been a fair, reasonable resolution of Hunter's cases. No reasonable person who looks at the facts of Hunter's cases can reach any other conclusion than Hunter was singled out only because he is my son, and that is wrong. There has been an effort to break Hunter, who has been 5.5 years sober, even in the face of unrelenting attacks and selective prosecution. In trying to break Hunter, they've tried to break me, and there's no reason to believe it. There's no reason to believe it will stop here. Enough is enough. For my entire career, I have followed a simple principle. Just tell the American people the truth. They'll be fair-minded. Here's the truth. I believe in the justice system, but as I have wrestled with this, I also believe raw politics has infected this process, and it led to a miscarriage of justice. And once I made this decision this weekend, there was no sense in delaying it further. I hope Americans will understand why a father and a president would come to this decision. Girl, let me tell you something. I have no problem. If I was the president, if my son, my daughter, my whoever, and I loved them, and I knew that they weren't some evil cunt sent here by a dark side girl to take over the planet in search of the anti-life equation, bitch. Okay, hello, God. If I knew, right, that my son was good people's, I don't know Hunter Biden. I really don't give a damn. What's up, Jace? How you doing, boo? Hello, God. Welcome to the live, honey. We're going to be here for a while, so strap in, honey, okay? I have no problem, and I'm not mad at it, because hasn't Donald Trump, hello, God, hasn't he pardoned people before, too? Hasn't he put, is it Jeffrey Kavanaugh? Forgive me if I messed up his first name, but when you appointed that old nasty racist, and you let the teller girl from back in the day, isn't he a violator of women? He's now a Supreme Court justice. Look at all the fools that you've placed in those cabinet positions. Abusers of the law. People who have an extensive history of utilizing their positions to gain power and sway and influence for their personal fucking greed. Joe Biden walked the line, girl. He said, girl, no more. I'm going to go ahead and pardon my child. And you know what? He's not wrong. We know that Trump has always sworn revenge. He's that type of guy. Hello, God. Leaving your son, doing what they've even been doing to him this whole time has been just to get back at Joe Biden. That's really my humble belief. You can't tell me that's not true. But y'all know me, girl. I love to go the extra mile with these thoughts because, again, I look at everything on the inside and outside, left, right, up, down, inward, outward, hello, God. I orbit around again just so I can have a well-developed thought, right? Because I'm not going to always lean, like I said, to one side or the other. I'm a pendulum, bitch, and I swing everywhere, bitch, okay? Shall they swing my way? What doesn't look good to me is the fact that you can see the social, hello, God, the injustice of it all, girl, hello, God. You can see all of those things as it pertains to your son. But the whole time that you and your forgetful ass brain, hello, God, were in office, not once could you see the injustice, the inequality that befalls the black and brown communities, girl, as it pertains to these raggedy ass cunts of law enforcement, girl, abusing their power, going on these racist tirades, unaliving innocent people, profiling, forcing arrest, and creating circumstances all based on their racist views. The real hate that they have for black and brown folks, girl. So you're over here talking about your son in this crime with a gun, right? But why don't you have the same viewpoint? You recognize the inequality. You recognize that he was gonna, because he's your son. But have you ever thought about, because someone is of color, they're being sought out and exterminated solely based on the color of their skin? Because you have an entire law enforcement agency, girl, hello God, across every agency, let's tell the truth. Their driving motivation, they're inspired by the thought of putting people of color in jail. And they get that extra turn on that a lot of them get when they actually get a chance to unalive one of us. Oh, girl. And then knowing that the dude, the felon who was about to sit on your seat again, knowing that this man, his whole mission is to give qualified immunity. So there won't even be a question. There already isn't a question, but there indefinitely won't be a question. Why didn't y'all think about creating this new law, right? When Bill Clinton was getting head in the goddamn Oval Office and y'all wanted to impeach his motherfucking ass, right? Where was all of this sympathy for other presidents who actually gave a damn about the American people? But y'all at the height, when we knew that Trump, because Trump probably wasn't going to be able to run for this term if that law that exonerates him, that exonerates a president, tell the truth. I need to see. My thing is this: when it's black and brown, ooh, girl, we got to turn around. We don't care about you. But if it's white people that have a like-minded interest, hello God, if it's your son, if it's your coworker, someone who knows too much of your tea, we're going to go ahead and pardon them. Because we understand that the justice system is riddled with inequality. People who are personally motivated to see you locked up. Sound familiar, right? Again, you see it for your son, you need to see it for us. And we've been chanting this shit from the top of our lungs. So while we're out here and the black folks are like, all right, Biden, girl, I would have did the same damn thing. Well, we need to think on the other end of that. Girl, what's the tea? And I guess since Joe Biden out here pardoning his son, girl, Jesse Jackson and his wife is writing letters to get their son and their daughter-in-law out of prison. You know, they used campaign funds many moons ago, girl, for self-pleasure, you know. So he thinks, girl, all right, you finna pull a black move, so go ahead, girl, and press the let go button on my children. So again, I'm gonna end this topic on this. I'm here for it, do your shit, but my thing is your reasoning should be called into question, just based on what we talked about on the other end of it. I'm here for it, girl, but like I said, we see it now when it's personal and it's happening to our own, but we don't see it when it's been something that's been plaguing the black and brown human experience for a very long fucking time. Period. Anyway, girl, we got a lot to get into. So forgive me if I don't stop in the chat. I talked way too much in the beginning. Girl, so let me get myself together for this one. We on our social walk today. Continue to like, comment, subscribe, all the things. Girl, I need a cigarette for this one. Because this is going to be some reading, girl. Ooh, girl. I feel like a old journalist type of vibes, okay? So we got to talk about the United Healthcare CEO, child. Everyone is losing their mind over this, girl. All right, so we're going to break down the timeline of events, girl, before and after the United Healthcare CEO, Brian Thompson, was gunned down, girl. This is according to CNN, child. Investigators trying to find the gunman who killed United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson in Manhattan on Wednesday are using surveillance video to create a timeline of the suspect's movements before and after the shooting. Joseph Kinney, New York Police Department Chief of Detectives, provided new details on this timeline Friday. Each moment is attributed to Kinney unless otherwise noted. Sunday, November 24th, 10:11 p.m., the suspect arrives in New York at the Port Authority bus terminal at 42nd Street and 8th Avenue via a bus that originated in Atlanta, then gets into a cab that takes him to the vicinity of the New York Hilton Midtown Hotel, where he stays about half an hour. 11 p.m. The suspect takes another cab to a hostel at 891 Amsterdam Avenue on the Upper West Side. Friday, November 29th. The suspect checks out of the hostel. It's not your traditional check-in, check-out. It's the kind of thing where if you don't show up at a certain time, they automatically just check you out, Kinney said. We don't believe that he went someplace else. It's more of an administrative checkout. Saturday, November 30th, the suspect checks back into the hostel. Monday, December 2nd, United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson arrives in New York. Kinney said in a press conference on Wednesday, December 4th, 5:30 a.m., the suspect leaves the hostel, possibly by bike. 5:41 a.m., he is seen wandering around the vicinity of New York Hilton Midtown on 6th Avenue between West 53rd and 54th Streets and goes back and forth for a bit before heading toward a Starbucks. We have him wandering around, walking in the vicinity of hotel, walking on 54th Street, walking back and forth. Around 6:17 a.m., images from Starbucks show the suspect buying a bottle of water and 2 energy bars roughly 30 minutes before the shooting, according to a law enforcement official. 6:19 a.m., surveillance video near a deli on West 55th Street appears to show the suspect walking and briefly stopping by a pile of trash. 6:30 a.m. Around 6:30 a.m., surveillance video captures what appears to be the gunman on the phone. 6:44 a.m., Thompson, the victim, walks toward the Hilton, leaving his hotel across the street, police said. The masked gunman is lying in wait outside the hotel as Thompson makes his way to attend his company's annual investor conference. According to New York Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch, the gunman comes up behind Thompson and shoots him in the back, Kinney said. He then walks toward Thompson and continues to shoot, stopping to clear a gun jam before firing again. Investigators told CNN that after the shooting, the assailant crosses the street from the Hilton, flees northbound through an alley between 54th Street and 55th Street, and gets on an electric bike on 55th Street. It has now since been, it's a regular bike. It's not an electric bike. Bike on 50. He's heading north, girl, to Central Park. 6:46, the patrol officers from Midtown North Precinct respond to the 911 call of a person shot in front of the Hilton on the Avenue of the Americas. Blah, blah, blah. 6:48 a.m., officers arrive and find Thompson on the sidewalk in front of the hotel with gunshot wounds to his back and leg. He is taken to the hospital by EMS. 6:48 a.m., the suspect is seen riding an electric bike into Central Park at 60th Street, according to Kinney. 6:56, the suspect rides out of the park. 6:58, he is seen on the bike. 7 a.m., he's no longer on the bike and is heading northbound on 86th Street. 7:04, the suspect gets into a cab. 7:12, Thompson is pronounced dead at the scene. 7:30 a.m., the suspect is seen near the George Washington Bridge and Port Authority bus terminal. Video shows him entering the station. We don't have any of him exiting, so we believe he may have gotten away on bus. Friday, December 6th, NYPD investigators find a backpack in Central Park that they believe belonged to the suspect. A law enforcement official told CNN investigators have yet to officially confirm the origin of the bag and are taking it to be forensically tested at a lab in Queens, the source said. I'm so glad that article is done. Well, since then, child, they have opened up the backpack, and the backpack had some Monopoly money, bitch, and a jacket. Look here. I want to start this off by talking about the shooter. Although it may appear that this man was a professional hitman, let me tell y'all who y'all talking to first. I am a salt bitch. You know the movie with Angelina Jolie? I love John Wick, girl, I love them type of movies, girl. La Femme Nikita, bitch. Okay, Forensic Files, Behavior Mind. What is that? Behavioral Minds, girl. Like I love all of the things, girl. I was really into CSI Miami and CSI New York, bitch. Okay, like you have to understand How to Get Away with Murder, girl. Scandal, bitch. Like all of the shows, girl. That kind of like Jason Bourne was the T. Girl, I was into all of that stuff. In all of these movies, they show you what? Hello God, a real hit man or hit woman would do in these types of situations. So you have someone who is utilizing a weapon with no gloves on. A weapon that jams. My thing is, we all know that real shooters test their weapons out before they actually use them just to make sure there are no mistakes, to make sure that there are no misfires or any jams. We've seen that throughout all the series and the shows, girl, and the movies and shit. They let us know that the killers are prepared. Now, was this shooter prepared? He had an excellent exit strategy. Obviously, he got here before the guy did, so he must have known this man's schedule. Him being on the phone and on a burner phone at that lets you know, I don't think anybody's thinking about this. This man was hired by somebody. This man was hired by either the wife because he's currently in a divorce. This man was probably hired by the very people who sit on the chair, on the board or whatever they call that shit, girl, over the United Healthcare, a personal grudge. I don't think this man had any personal feelings towards this man whatsoever. I think he was a hired gun. Someone else wanted that man dead. Period. Why are you on the phone and on a burner phone at that? The only reason is to communicate with the person who was like, girl, what's tea? Mind you, they claimed that this man arrived by bus from Atlanta, girl, on November 24th. He was there several days before. Now, the smart thing is, when you see him riding his bike all these days before, walking around Manhattan, he's getting the lay of the land. He's studying the surveillance, hence why he's always masked up and you can't really tell who the fuck he is. Hello, God. Hence why, you know, he's circling around. He's looking for that. He's looking for vantage points. He's looking for opportunity. He's looking for the great escape. Right? Now, Jeff brought up there were some, you know, writings on the bullets. Girl, two things can exist at the same time or not. Now, I think this way. Doing that lends to the idea that, okay, this was personal. This was definitely personal. But to go out and do a V for Vendetta type of assassination, honey, hello, God, to pull off the Jason Bourne and the John Wick of it all, I truly feel like this is a hired T. Reciting the things from a book. We all know, well, I didn't really know because I don't really dwell in that world too much. But upon doing some research of the situation, we find out that United Healthcare and the rest of these insurance companies they're trash, they're toxic, they're liars, they're fraudsters. They don't care. They're always denying, you know, insurance claims, life-saving procedures that can help people. They're denying them, or they're approving just for a little bit of something and not the rest of something. You know, America, we're forever suffering because of high-ass education fees, high-ass insurance fees. And we get no real benefit from those, to tell the truth. Especially, we don't get any benefit. You do all that time in school just not be able to find a job that pays well in your field. You've given hundreds, if not thousands of dollars to loans, whether it's a grant, whether it's financial aid or whatever, personal funds. You've given all that you can give, girl. You know, you've given all that you can give only to come out even more in debt. And then it's going to take you a million years to pay back that debt. So really, going to school these days, if it's not free or even yet affordable, it's not worth it. and getting health insurance too. What's the point if my copay costs what my premium costs? And then, girl, you ain't even trying to help save my life. Exactly, Bubs. Capitalism. These greedy fuckers. So, what better way to make it also look as if you have someone that's personally affected by what this man has done in his company? It could look that way. If you ask me, they've made it look that way. Again, you have someone who thought out very well how he wanted to get away. I find it funny you have Eric Adams, which is still the mayor, who is a criminal. Wasn't he like indicted on a bunch of like bribery charges and shit, and he's still the mayor, girl? I don't know how that's possible. They talking about, they're tightening the net on this person's identity. I don't think that they are. I'm going to be honest with you. This man is long gone, girl. He was smart in how he got away, planting the Monopoly money in the jacket, in the backpack. It was a symbol of some type of joke. We all know how the Monopoly game is played. At the end of the day, I think that's a symbolic fuck you. That was intentional. This person obviously has a sense of humor and a sense of calmness in a situation that could have went bad for him. But obviously he did the needed, required, and desired research on his target. And just by being able to get away. But again, being on that phone and knowing that it's a burner, if you're there for personal reasons, why do you have the phone? Why is it? I know why it's a burner, obviously, but if you're communicating with someone and you're on this sole alone type of ranger mission, bitch, there should be no reason to have any real communication with anybody as you're plotting and planning, the great getaway, girl. Okay. A lot of people are angry that people have no sympathy for the situation. It's already started what looks like some weird ass V for Vendetta type of movement. I'm here for it. It just sucks that someone actually has to lose their life for a revolution to be started. I think that we are. I get it. That. Who knows, that maybe that was the plan too, to make it look like some kind of big thing. I'm gonna let y'all know right now, I truly believe this man is gone. Y'all ain't finding him. They sent investigators down to Georgia. They want to look at the bus that he was on. They want to, probably get some surveillance footage from the area. That man came to New York with the fake ID. He lived in a hostel with the fake ID. Apparently, one of the alleged roommates spoke out on a news station earlier today talking about how he never even witnessed that person staying there. And that guy was there during the same time. He was like, so if he was there, he was very elusive on his Batman shit. And I never recognized anybody there like that before. And when we talk about the lack of professionalism that this person had, if it is true and that was him in the picture where he was asked to take his mask down because him and office fish, front desk fish, were flirting with each other, I don't believe that at all. The other story was that he had to remove his mask so that she can, verify, the ID. That's more believable. And even so, and he paid in cash for everything he had. Also, he's dropping around bottles of water, girl, in these bars and being seen by all of these people. A lot of mistakes were made in that regard, which lets me know that he probably had some professionalism about himself. But overall, girl, it wasn't giving John Wick. It wasn't giving Salt, girl. It wasn't giving. Now, The Great Escape was T. Shit, and for all y'all know, he's still in New York. Let's tell the truth. He probably put old nasty piece of Jason Bourne on your ass. And he probably is still in New York, and y'all out here looking everywhere else for him. This man is smart in a lot of ways. Something tells me he's probably not even worried about y'all catching DNA. Because like I said, if he was anywhere smart, I would not be leaving no trash around there, especially when I know the cameras are watching me. They're going to eventually like catch you on that level. But as far as truly identifying this person, and you have Eric Adams and his filth talking about, oh, we got the identity, we're just not going to release it. You have a whole manhunt for this person. Don't you think releasing his name would be the most important thing right now if you actually had it? So, I don't know. If he was smart enough to leave the backpack with the Monopoly money in it as a sign and a show of fuck you, something tells me y'all are not going to be able to pull any DNA off of that bottle. He might have planted that there just to even laugh at you guys even more, thinking that you had a chance. I'm going to make y'all believe you got a chance, but little do they know they're not going to be able to get nothing off of that. But I'm going to be real. I go with my original thought process. I don't think this was personally motivated. I think he was hired by somebody. Period. We got to move on, guys. I cannot be here forever. It's my fault, though. It's totally my fault. It is giving How to Get Away with Murder, Cat. It's definitely giving that. All right, y'all. So I want to get into we're going to get into some gay shit. We're going to get into gay shit. So Tank, y'all. Ooh, girl. Tank. We all know Tank went viral a long time ago when he was on Angela Yee's Lip Service Girl. He talked about how he felt about men having experiences with men and how that doesn't necessarily make them gay. Right? We all know what he said, girl. What he really was saying was what he actually came out of, if a man sucked the dick once and didn't like it and didn't do it again, that doesn't necessarily make him gay. So now Tank is going viral yet again. He's sitting on, this is courtesy of Holden Court Podcast. It's going viral, girl, and Tank has more to say. So we're going to get into it. This clip is very long. I planned on letting you guys listen to all of it, and then we're going to give commentary in between where I find it important to do so. But I didn't expect to be here this long. So I'm just going to let y'all listen to some of it. We'll chime in here and there, and we'll move on as swiftly and professionally and give commentary when needed, okay? So, shout out to Holden Court Podcast. And this is Tank on his views on homophobia in the Black community, girl. Give it a listen, girl. It's tea. It's tea.
For me, and we briefly talked about this before, when you was on Lip Service, and you were saying the concept of a man can try something, I guess that's deemed gay, an act, but it does not make him gay. It was just an act that he, experimented with, but that doesn't necessarily make him gay.
Well, let's turn the tables, right? Because we've heard many a story.
It's definitely a double standard
of women.
Yes.
Well, I was in college,
right,
and it was just a wild time, and I was trying to figure out me, and I dated a few girls, but once I found Timothy, we've been married for 20 years, and we have 4 beautiful kids, and this is who I am.
Yeah.
We never second guess that.
Mm-hmm.
We never second guess that. I'll even go a step further. If there's a white guy to say, yeah, it was just a wild frat party, man, and they just,
Think about it.
My bro, he kind of lightly penetrated me, and it was just, we were just having fun, man. Like, it was just
big balls.
You know what I'm saying? It was. We were just having a wild time, man. It was like 3 kegs. We down 3 kegs.
So let me ask you. So what you're challenging in that is not necessarily Am I hearing the challenge of sexuality or the double standard?
It's us.
Mm-hmm.
It's us. There's something about...
When you say us?
Black men.
Yeah. Black men, okay.
There's something about black men and the homosexual conversation that is... It is a mess. The phobia, as it relates to black men, is the elephant in the room, and no one will actually articulate their devastation, right? Because you have to think, like, for a black man, the worst thing to be called, is gay.
Yeah,
like, the first thing somebody's going to allude to, whether you are gay or not, when they're trying to assassinate your character or get off the highest joke imaginable, they're going gay first.
Gay or snitch.
Or broke. Right?
Or broke,
But
gay being
number one. Trying to figure out how to make you gay is top of that list.
That's a fact.
So it stems from, right, something within our culture that has created this stigma.
Yeah.
That is the somehow there's a program to make black men gay. Like you see it everywhere.
Yeah, for sure.
There's an attack on
there's an agenda.
Strong black men. But who's the attack coming from?
Do you believe there's an attack?
How?
No, I'm asking. Do you believe
that's my answer.
Oh, how?
How?
Well, I think as people say it, through media, through fashion, through what's acceptable. Because like if you think about it, back in our generation, we're this exact same age. We didn't see homosexuality. It's been around since the beginning of time, but it was your auntie's friend, your uncle's friend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now it's more in your face, more acceptable. It's more mainstream, actually trendy. You know.
Well, the world has gotten smaller, and so now we know that more humans exist, and we're actually we're actually able to see those humans living out their lives. We weren't able to see that before. I didn't know what was going on outside of Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Right.
I have a clue.
Right.
About my 4 blocks from 38th Street to Sherman Park. That's all I know.
Yeah.
But I have a question for both of y'all, because coming from y'all generation and y'all came up with your princes and, you know, we are, you know, the androgynous
I didn't know what that was. I just thought
but we made that masculine, and now.
Girl. I'm going to play more, but I just want to stop it right there real quick. Also because there's an ad. Why can't more black men and black women think more along the lines of how Tank thinks? I hate coming on here having discussions where I have to drag this whole thing out. When it's black and gay, that's when it's a problem. That's when it's a topic of conversation. That's what makes that particular topic pop. Because when you hear gay, when you hear down low, when you hear anything that has to do with gay shit, immediately the mind goes to some negative, messy, salacious place. And that's what takes the cake with people the most. Like, to find out who's gay, to find out, oh my God, you've been doing this, or if it's just gay shit. And more so in the black community, we see that. And then going back a little bit to what he was talking about with as it pertains to the double standard, like women and white men can have these experiences, speak about them boldly and vocally throughout their life, have moved on, child. That's not their thing. It was something that they tried. It just was what it was. It was a moment in time for them. You got a chance, and even Tank spoke about this on Lip Service, like black men are not given the same grace to experiment sexually because there's such a heavy negative on, oh, you were with a man, you're automatically labeled as gay because you had an experience. even if it was just a one night, you were like curious. I don't think that that's good for human growth to sit here and limit yourself from experimenting with different things. Oh, but you can experiment, girl, with, you know, going outside the traditional ways of making your grandma's macaroni and cheese, bitch. You know what I'm saying? But it's as soon as it's on some gay shit, or it's near some gay shit, it's close to some gay shit, it sounds like some gay shit, people are gonna think that it's gay shit. And that's where people either girl, it just kills me. But note how he was like, the problem is us. It's us. It is the heterosexual black community, more specifically black men, but we cannot act like black women, toxic black women who are homophobic as fuck. They don't exacerbate the issue more for black men. Because mind you, black men live their life a lot of more times based on what things look like. If it looks like gay shit and I don't want to be labeled as such, I'm going to have a toxic ass fucking reaction to it. In such a way that it can breed dangerous ass situations and circumstances for certain individuals. I.e., why you see a lot of the trans girls being burned alive, why you see a lot of the gay boys being set up on these gay apps, girl. There's just so much homophobia, but really what that is the lack of freedom people have in their life based on social conditioning and what people are deeming as, okay, girl, you can do this, but you can't do that. Because it's gay shit. Girl, please.
Yeah.
That's what it's just what they want.
Yeah. No, that's a fact. But I think it was a different context, too. You know,
Rick James, I thought.
Yeah, because that was in the context of entertainment, right? It's showmanship, right? So whereas we never saw anyone like that in real life, right? We only saw people on TV that looked like that. Nobody, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's so funny because my gaydar was so messed up because I wasn't exposed to it. I never seen.
We went to Atlanta.
Right. I never seen a overly, you know, explicit gay person.
But it was exposure, but it wasn't necessarily a difference.
But think about this. Again, where does the agenda come from? Because we're talking about Prince. We're talking about Michael Jackson.
Right.
We're talking about Cameo. We're talking about Rick James had beads and breast extensions.
I mean, that street songs, he had on red leather boots.
I portrayed Rick James in a lip sync battle.
Yeah.
Those heels hurt. You can do a show in those.
Right. Prince used to wear heels and would take your woman.
When I talked to Babyface, he was like, it was called being breed in Minneapolis. That was the term for dressing and looking like that.
What does that mean? Being breed? What?
That look. Okay. That androgynous look.
Okay.
The hair, the shirts, the tights.
What was the purpose of that?
That was the look. That meant you were in.
Okay.
It didn't mean you were gay. It meant you were in.
Right.
Oh, you breed. Yeah. You one of us. You're a star. You're a whatever that is.
Yes. So you're different.
We celebrated that.
Yeah.
We owned it.
Yeah.
It wasn't an attack or an assassination on anything.
That's what I'm saying. Yes.
For anyone who's the victim of a recent car accident, listen up. I'm going to take on 3.
Heroes came from.
Yeah.
So where does this agenda come from? I've never seen like nothing, and again, no disrespect to homosexuality.
Right.
I've never seen anything that made me say, "Oh wow, I want to be gay. I'm inspired to be gay." Because I saw that outfit.
Right.
Or because YSL made this shirt that I want to be gay so I can wear that shirt.
You want to be gay for the shirt?
No, I said that. I'm like, the clothes are not making people gay.
I've never seen a runway ad that was like, man, I want to be gay so I can do with it.
But you know,
because listen, ultimately, You are what you are.
Yeah. Does that speak to being homophobic? If it is.
It's a phobia. And I understand the phobia because I grew up in it.
Yeah.
And I had to face it.
And especially being in the church.
Being in this business.
Yeah.
I was raised that gay was an abomination.
Yeah.
Not just a sin, but the
so that's what I wanted to ask you. So you having this foundation of spirituality and this moral fabric, how have you become so tolerant of
not even tolerant?
I know that's not the right word, but
I just
accepting.
I started living life outside of that book.
Okay.
I started accepting the fact that one way is not the only way.
Girl, you hear how people, even the host himself is pissing me off. Tolerant. And he checked himself immediately when he thought about it. And I love how Tank just said, girl, tolerant. I'm living life, bitch. I've learned that I'm no longer socially conditioned. I am breaking out of that stupid ass fucking bubble that we've been told, there's nothing beyond the Wizard of Oz, bitch. The yellow brick road ends down to the Emerald City, girl. No, it goes around the world and back again, bitch. And yeah. Okay, girl, please. Oh, I love Tank. I love Tank, boy.
Right. Now, doing that, do you feel like you're compromising your faith?
I was given a faith. But my calling is bigger than the structure of said religion. Right?
Girl, the church is mad about it, girl. When you say stuff like that, because that is what the real God, that's how the real God would want you to live your life, bitch. That's how the real God would like you to treat people, bitch. How he would want you to live. Hello, God. I love that. I love that.
I serve the God of all things, not one thing.
So you're speaking to more spirituality as 100%. Opposed to religion.
100%.
Okay.
And so what I learned on my walk and on my journey is that all humans were created different. All of us were all different. We all have a part and a role to play in all of this. And the two things that every human being requires is grace and love. Every human being deserves that. And
come on, Tank, girl. I'm moist, girl. Like, girl, and I know that I'm not supposed to do that in this situation, but girl, whatever, bitch. Like, when you hear a man that's so secure and comfortable within himself, if he has a wife, shout out to you, boo. I know you're getting your things late in the midnight hour, bitch, when he's turning you around, girl. Oh, girl, just to hear someone who is just so open-minded, who has lived, you can hear by the way in which he's talking about something, as he talked about his journey. I love that type of shit anyway. There's a self-reflection. There's an awareness moment. Shout out to Funky Doniva, bitch. Like, there's that moment of awareness where you're so aware, you're in tune with humanity and nature and all the things about life, needed, required, desired. Like, you're not one way, you're every way, because you're living, you're allowing things to be as they are. You know what I mean? Oh, the harmoniousness of it all, darling. Yes.
Once I got into that space, I started looking at people differently. I don't care who you sleep with.
Facts.
I don't care.
I'm the same way.
None of those things concern me.
I'm the same way.
How's your day today, man?
Yeah.
You good?
Yeah.
Is anything I can do for you? You need help with anything? Cool, man. Good to meet you, man. My name's
Right.
man.
Yeah, that's a fact. I almost feel like people that are preoccupied with that and people's sexuality and they zero in on it, I almost feel like, what are you dealing with?
No, you like that.
What are you dealing with? You know what I mean? And I'll acknowledge a little bit of, I'm not going to quite say I've been homophobic, maybe homophobic adjacent, because it was something so foreign to me, and not to mention I've been hit on, by homosexual. Oh, okay. We just call it what it is. And I've been hit on, and it always made me feel uncomfortable. And I remember I saw something on social media where a gay dude was like, you know, man, y'all straight dudes are so arrogant to think that every gay man wants you, you know. And I'm like, yeah, but I've been hit on by y'all, and it was traumatizing to me, you know. And maybe that's the phobia of being traumatized by that, you know.
What is traumatizing about it, though? Like if a man, like if he doesn't know, or if he's around and he's shooting his shot.
It's just foreign. And that's what it is. It's foreign. It's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's uncomfortable. I was in Atlanta. I was in Atlanta shooting a movie, the movie that I just had come out on All Black, and this dude was on his cell phone, and I think it's a thing where like he acted like he saw a bad, like he was on the phone. It was like, oh my God, and I looked like he talking about
where's she
you know what I mean? Yeah, and. So basically, it asked me, you know, Alpha. I didn't know where he was going with it. I had my suspicions, but I didn't want to be rude. You know what I mean? And so he's, you know, on some other shit. I was like, but my first thing went to like, man, I don't have to f this up. Like, it's the first thing you go. That's the first thing. Like, but then I'm older, so I'm trying to be more intelligent about it. Right. And you know, but he caught my drift, and he was like, oh, no disrespect, whatever. But then it starts making me thinking, like, well, what is it about me that made you think that was okay? You know, so now I start feeling like when I'm around that maybe I need to be a little less friendly because I'm feeling this. Like, but then, you know, somebody that said to me that, I don't know, in that world culture, I don't know if they're attracted to men who are, you know, straight or look straight. You know,
straight, bitch.
But I don't know.
They still like the masculine polarity.
It's still, I don't know. Maybe it's a little phobia I'm trying to work through.
I was super phobic and getting into this game. I was just like, you know, I got to turn my machismo up.
Yeah, right. Real.
It took me a minute to come to those conclusions that I've come to, right? And so,
girl, I know, girl.
You know, I always kind of have this thing where it's like, I desire to be attractive, right? And not overly trying to be, but I pray that I'm attractive. But in hoping for that, and being careful what you ask for. Mm-hmm. Being attractive doesn't have limitations.
Exactly.
I got this little joke I do sometimes where it's like yeah, I'm attractive. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I was walking down the street the other day, and this dog came running up. Pit bull came running up, and I thought he was getting ready to bite me, and he just grabbed my leg and started humping my leg, and I looked down and I started to knock him off me, but you know I let him finish. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm attractive, and I understand what he's doing down there. You know what I mean? So it's kind of my joke, but it's like I don't know. You want to be attractive, and you want to be all of these things, and you have to understand that that's not linear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's universal, and so you know. I had to accept the fact that, man, I have so many different kinds of fans.
Yeah.
I have so many different kinds of people who not, you know, only look up to me, but that are attracted to me.
Yeah.
And so I don't take offense to it. Yeah. I make my position clear.
Right.
But that ain't me, young fella. Because I've had that listen, in Atlanta,
man,
is walking through Lenox Mall,
bruh.
Early 2000s?
Man, bro.
Listen,
yeah.
I'm walking through there, and he hit me with the, I'm like, it's like 4 of them.
Yeah.
And all way bigger than me.
Yeah.
And I was like, let me not say nothing before you try to take it.
Hey.
Next thing I want to do is wake up and be
right? Get violated. Yeah. Hey, listen, I got a similar story. Lennox, same thing. I'm with my wife, with her mom. Yeah. And I'm down there, and I'm on my rap, right? I'm court dog back then. And so we going through Lennox. I have no idea. Again, I'm not exposed to this world like that. I'm not around it. And, you know, and so my wife says, damn, babe, you see everybody looking at you? And I'm thinking, yeah, you know, I was just on the cover of Murder Dog.
Yeah, they
see me. You know what I'm saying? Like, the album just came out. Like, you know, it's cracking. I told you, babe, we gonna get it. You know? And so it wasn't until we was, I don't know what store we was in.
Okay, girl, we don't care. I appreciate the conversation. It's cute. But I didn't mean for it to go that long, but y'all get the gist of it pretty much though, right? Like, I feel like men need to be a little bit more cognizant of, just how we were talking about in Ellie Choppa, right? Understanding that you look good, but as an artist specifically, like, you're going to have fans from all walks of life. If you think you only have straight fans or only white fans or only black fans or only gay fans, you are sadly mistaken, bitch. Let me just tell you. If you have that appeal across the board, capitalize off the moment while also being graceful about it, being humble about it. And again, if you have the level of awareness and security that Tank does, God bless you, because we need more of that. We need more of that. I do understand that there's a huge population of gays out here in the community that have no respect for other men. They're very disrespectful on how they approach men, how they hit on men. It is sad to say, in a lot of cases, you just don't know, because what we are more prone to be attracted to is the, stereotypical, more masculine presenting males, and a lot of times those men may not be gay. So I do feel like there are better ways that we can go about, approaching, these situations without being offensive or overly flirty and getting the responses that a lot of the girls be getting from these, these straight men. But I think Tank hit the nail on the head when he talked about, you want to be attractive. There is no, being attractive is not linear. You're bound to pick up the scent, bitch, of a couple of the gays along your journey of being attractive. You want that, then you need to understand there's a lot that comes with that. It's a gift and a curse. Being attractive, being beautiful, looking good, having a 6 to 8 pack of abs, having a big ass dick, especially if the print is printing. If you're a woman, girl, you got voluptuousness going on, girl. You're serving truth and justice. The body is tea. The hair is hairing. The look is looking. Just know that you're going to have people across all walks of life who may find you attractive. But again, on the other side, I do agree that people need to be a little bit more cognizant about how they approach, people who are pretty, because, sometimes it's your energy that may get your ass whooped. Well, you fine, daddy. What's your number? You don't even know if that man plays for your team or not. Calm down, sis. But I do think that life would be a lot better and brighter if a lot more black men had the mindset that Tank has. I like how we have revisited this conversation again. I feel like it's a little more in depth in this situation. We're revisiting this again, and Tank is standing 10 toes down. He is expounding on his belief system as it relates to, homophobia, the gay culture, the gay community, and also just being a secure black man. But in order to do that, you have to have lived, you have to have learned, you have to have walked through a certain level of awareness. Shout out to Kat, who says that self-awareness is attractive. His wife should give him her third. Oh, God. Hello, God. And he deserves an award. I feel like Tank, the next time there's some like gay award, LGBT award, or allyship award, I definitely think it needs to go to Tank. Because again, revisiting this conversation sometime later, it attributes to, okay, he really believes this shit, and the eloquence and the secure way in which he's talking about this particular, real sensitive subject matter that ruffles the feathers of a lot of the bastards in the toxic black heterosexual space. He talked about earlier too, something that I did want to touch on again and give commentary on, is that he talked about how, if you're getting hit with gay jokes, and being gay is like the highest tier of insult for a man and the highest way to get your ass whooped, because there is so much fear and there is so much negative connotation put on being called gay, being called queer, being called anything of the L, the G, the B, the T, the Q, girl. There's so much negative shit put on that tag that to use it as a joke is a scar. It is a strike, bitch. And that in itself is sick and horrifying. And you wonder why, right? Violence in our community, violence against our community, to be more specific, has gone the way that it's gone throughout these years. And ignorance. Thank you, Jeff. There's a lot of social ignorance. There's a lot of ignorance, period. I feel like people need to expand their mind, expand their world. You heard what Tank said, girl, I didn't see none of this shit from this block to that block. It was until I lived and experienced. You got to step out into the world. You can't be ruled and confined in your beliefs. That's why a lot of these Bible Belt bitches, they don't ever step out of their own way sometimes because they've been in their own way for years. They knew no other way. And there's a high level of ignorance placed on people like that. And then when they're around new spaces that's foreign, like Tank pointed out earlier, it's a foreign concept. It's foreign to you. So you immediately begin to fear that, which you don't understand. And I get it. It takes time. I'm sure Tank, Tank pointed out, he was honest about it. When I first got in the game, I was very homophobic. I needed to make sure that my masculinity was on point and that I was perceived a certain way. But again, I give grace to people because you do have to crawl before you walk. You do have to linger in the ether of life and experience a lot more. And again, taking the time to self-reflect. And if you want to be an improved human being, taking that time to reflect will make you a more improved human being. Give yourself that honor, girl. For all you people stuck in your ways on certain shit, y'all are prudes, you toot your nose up. Again, I'm a prime example. I walked a large portion of my life thinking one way, but then when I allowed myself to be opened up to newer experiences, I found that, wow, I've been missing out, bitch. And also judging people and just being, you never know unless you've lived. I'm going to end that one on that. And for our last story tonight, girl, there's a woman on TikTok that I found, girl. I didn't find her. She just popped up in my For You page. The things that pop up on your For You page, girl, I tell you, I swear. I want y'all to listen to this. I know y'all been listening to a lot of shit tonight, but this is the last story. We're going to be very brief on this, and then we're going to go ahead and get out of here because I know we have to start the beginning of the work week, girl. Christmas is upon the girls. We got to deck the halls and deck the balls. Period. Okay. But I want y'all to listen to this. This is not long at all. And I just want to let this be known before we get into this audio. This is a dangerous way to think. I know a lot of queens, a lot of selfish cunts out there. You guys would choose, not y'all, but y'all. Shout out to Rodney, okay? You would choose to, because a woman is saying this, okay, girl, you preaching our language. I don't agree with anything this bitch is saying. Certain things, probably, but overall, I will give you my commentary briefly afterwards. But give this a listen, girl. This is very fucking interesting, if you ask me.
But just be straight up honest with you. The reality is men supposed to be with each other and women supposed to be with each other. This whole heterosexual relationship stuff, baby, that's the unnatural relationship pattern. That's the true unnatural relationship pattern. Because, like I showed you, or I read the study, when men look into other men's eyes, it's a lot of brain activity. They can emotionally connect with other men, but they can't emotionally connect with women. So when they look into the eyes of a woman, this is what the brain studies show now. This is what the brain studies show. When they look into the eyes of a woman, it's very little brain activity. It's like they dead on the inside when they look at you. And then the other brain scans show that it ain't no such thing as a bisexual woman. I mean, as a heterosexual woman, ain't no such thing. Most women are either bisexual or gay or lesbian, So everything that y'all have been taught to believe is a lie. You in heterosexual relationships chasing men, bending over for men when they actually really emotionally connect with each other and would rather be around each other and with each other. And then they tell you this to your face. If it wasn't for quote unquote sex, a lot of them wouldn't have nothing to do with you. If they didn't need a place to stay, a lot of them wouldn't even deal with you. They don't even like you. But you don't want to hear that a man don't like you. And then you sitting up here flaunting, oh, I'm married, and don't even know that you're married to a man that don't even like you. That don't even like you. They just pretending because of society. They would rather not deal with you. They only use you to fulfill a need because who they really want to be around is their male counterparts. That's the reason why you got to beg them to spend time with you. That's the reason why you got to beg them to listen to you and all this.
Girl, that ideology is dangerous. That thought process, that mindset is dangerous. And based on her ferocity, this goes to show, I may be wrong, but I usually put it all together at some point or another. I believe that this is a reflection of a personal experience. I'm not here for anybody who... I looked far and wide for this so-called study that she, claims to have read from. There was no link provided for this study. That she did not cite the source of the study. I looked everywhere on Google for this study, and I could not find the study at all. And I believe the study doesn't exist. I believe that this was put together to fit a personal grudge that she has. Guaranteed her nigga loved his friends, probably was fucking his homeboys too, hello God. She feels some type of way. Now she out here spewing this hateful rhetoric. Okay? And you have a gay telling you this. I want to read this real quick. What causes a man to be attracted to another man? For men, attraction can be influenced by various factors such as looks, personality, shared interests, sense of humor, emotional bond, and overall compatibility. Personal preferences diverge greatly, and what one person finds appealing may not align with someone else's taste. This is just attraction. This has nothing to do with sexual attraction. This has nothing to do with I love you. This is just attraction. We have to learn that the word attraction, hello God, is not mutually exclusive to I want to fuck you. I want to layeth with you. This is the attraction. So when you see the homeboys homeboying, when you see them chilling, when you see, and you've heard over and over and over and over and over and over, the niggas want to chill with the niggas more than they do the woman. Because these men have forged a certain type of bond where they are attracted to each other's like-mindedness. Tina said it, the chemistry that they have with one another. They share more with one another. Men hold things a lot more with one another than they ever will and have ever held with women on a more emotional level. Because men, as it may be wrong to you, it may be okay to some people, but this is just the mindset and the belief system of a lot of men. People say men are not emotional. They're not emotional with women, but they are emotional with men because they carry the weight of the world on their shoulders. They feel, and I've heard men say this time and time again throughout my coming up in this world, where men feel more connected to men because a woman cannot understand what it is to be a man in this world. A man can understand what a lot of that pressure feels like. Believe it or not, yes, I truly believe that one of the most disrespected, fucked up groups of people in his life are black women. But the understanding of what black men go through when all of the spaces that they should feel safe in to communicate their feelings properly and effectively, mind you, to be able to release a lot of the emotional baggage that they have, they're looked at as queens, they're looked at as gays. You heard Tank talk about that, and the host of the podcast talk about that briefly too. Men are looked at, more specifically, black men are looked at as they need to be a certain way. They need to talk a certain way, look a certain way, dress a certain way, act a certain way, behave a certain way. A lot of men don't feel comfortable. Why do you think the DL environment exists to this day? Sorry to say this, a lot of toxic black women, you guys are forcing these dudes. A lot of women, media, life, period, is forcing a lot of these men because what did we talk about earlier? The negative tag that is placed on someone who is existing as an open person of LGBTQIA plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 community vibes. Until we create the safe space for these men, you're going to have a lot of the ones who shorty might swing your way, but shorty might also just feel more comfortable having that emotional relationship with his so-called friends. That does not make him gay. That does not make him want to love a man on that type of level. It's just in that, and it's been since the caveman era, girl. How is a man supposed to talk to his woman about the problems, about his fears, about his emotions, when he's supposed to be the head of the household, the provider, this masculine, machismo-ass motherfucker, this iconic breed of lion, bitch. As soon as your man cries to you, you're going to lose faith in him. You're going to question him. Let's tell the truth. Let's tell the truth. And the more you find it, I find it interesting that the more that women sit around and try to understand the way of a man, it comes from a more of a selfish point of view than it does to actually understand the man. If we can just be honest here. And the men do it to women too. They only want to get to know your interests. They only want to get to know your feelings because it's the easiest way to get into your fucking pants. It's the easiest way to make you more malleable and controllable, right? But when you look at, shout out to Tina again, girl, when you look at how society is set up, what do you expect? So blame society for why men would rather be attracted to, but not in a sexual way, let's tell the truth. They just feel more comfortable being around other men. We have allowed society to dictate, to socially condition a lot of the ways in which black men specifically operate in this world. Jeff said, I actually agree with what she said to an extent, although she simplified it a lot. I mean, I have to disagree because she's generalizing. She is literally sitting around here saying that she read a study with no real valid proof. There's no source. What brain scans are you talking about, bitch? And again, towards the end, it got a little personal. So it made me feel like she has an agenda behind this. But it is that type of rhetoric which forms the DL situations, which forms a lot of the crimes and negative behaviors aimed at the LGBTQ community. Let's tell the truth. It's not healthy to sit here and breed that. It's a lot to unpack here. I'm just saying too much for this platform. I'm just saying my platform, because this is what I'm about over here, baby. You already know that. We're going to speak some truth and justice. And we might have to revisit this when I bring the Yes God Roundtable back around, because this is a good subject for that. Yes. The heteronormative society is a mess. Definitely a mess. No, that's the patriarchy that's forcing men to be in the closet, and the patriarchy is built off of men. It's built off of men, but it's exacerbated by a lot of women. We got to tell the truth. I'm not saying all women. There's a large mass, hello God, we got to tell the truth here, of women, especially within our own community as black people. It's a lot of that shit is rooted in the church, that hallelujah ass shit, that Bible Belt ass shit. And who heads up the lead in that charge? A lot of black women head the lead up in that charge. You know, the more grace that we give the black man in this life, the more we'll see people that think and have the mindset like Tank does in regards to the homosexual spaces. The more we continue to bash men, the more we continue to, oh, you must be gay because this. We talked about this last year. Niggas can't even eat hot dogs without being considered suspects. Niggas can't even eat a pickle or a banana or anything that resembles male genitalia without trying to be called out and be called gay. Men can't even do certain things because oh, women are supposed to do that, or that's gay shit, or this is ultra feminine, or this is that. Every time you turn around, there's a new restriction placed on men and their masculinity. So don't be surprised when that, breeds DL shit, when that breeds toxic, hello God, homophobia in the black community. And a lot of it is pushed by women. Not saying it's not pushed by men, because it definitely is, but I think more men than not would like to be free in that regard. They would love to have gay friends. They would love to, be able to rap. Like the whole time Rakai was at, I know this is off the hinge, but anytime like a dude, like a straight acting dude, like you can't even listen to Glorilla. You can't even dance a certain way. You can't even enjoy female music because that's gay. And I think there's more of that like when you're with your friends, there's not that much judgment. But let's tell the truth. We turn on the TV, we turn on the TikTok, we turn on these relationship channels, and we see the toxicity in a lot of these relationships. A lot of times it is the women nitpicking at every little thing their dude does. You can't do this. You can't do that. You can't look this way. You can't act this way. You can't just be your fucking self without a bitch suspecting that, oh, you're gay. No, this is gay. And those be the same women who have so-called gay friends. But in reality, you're truly homophobic. He said, and I thought these Gen Z kids would be different, but they only slightly less homophobic. Well, the only reason is because they're capitalizing and monetizing on the a lot of the glamour shit, the scandalous nature of, the gay community. Using our words, dancing like us, acting like us, having those little viral moments where people, they love the gay shit when it's funny and wrapped up in salaciousness. We always talk about that. But I do feel like moving forward, we will see the video that I have coming out tonight. I kind of go into a little bit of that, Jeff. So if you're up, or you get a chance whenever you're available, watch that video. And you'll kind of see, like, I feel like the world, we're walking into more fluidity. I don't think people are just, gay or straight or top or bottom or lesbian or bisexual or whatever. I think people are just now starting to just live in the moment and do them and not really care about, what the world has to say. But it kind of makes sense what she says, just leave the negative out. I mean, it can definitely make sense. And I do believe that the attractiveness, because we have to, again, the word attractive in this regard, at least how I'm talking about it, is not mutually exclusive to just the sexual aspect of it, the desire of it all, Again, I wholeheartly believe that society has socially conditioned situation that is patriarch driven, but also, exacerbated by a lot of women. Not all, but a lot. And it's created, no space for men to actually just feel free. Even we talked about with Tank, it's okay for women and white boys to experiment with the same sex, talk about it openly, and have moved on with their life. But let a black man have that moment. Girl, we already know. I'm on Twitter, girl, all the time. X, bitch. I see all the things going down to the FA, to the colleges and shit, girl. I see what's going on, honey. These boys visiting these glory holes and them getting their things with these other niggas. Like, it's not talked about openly or publicly because they're not allowed to. They're not allowed to. Everything. That's why, again, the DL realm exists. They have no choice. You're not going to welcome them with open arms, especially if they don't fit the mold. A lot of y'all would never truly be able to accept masculine, openly gay men. There's a lot out there. They would just rather be a little more discreet. Hello, God. Because, girl, I'm not going to be out here telling all my business like that. Y'all associate being gay with one of us. What about us? Y'all, hello, God, girl. Huh. Whew. Bitch. That's what y'all associated with. Your minds would not be able to fathom a straight acting, openly gay male. Because it would mess up your view on what gay is supposed to look like. And gay is supposed to look like shit. Okay. But girl, that's all I have. Moving forward, I'm definitely going to condense these. These are like 2 hours. Shout out to Kat. Yes, the round table. I have to get with y'all, child. Hopefully for January. Hopefully. I just got to get with everybody. I got to see what this promotion is doing. To see what kind of... I'm sure I'll have weekends off again. But I have to see like what that's going to be looking like down the road. But I'm going to get with y'all so we can discuss it. Hello, God. Kat says, and friends in most cases are much less problematic than partners, so it's easy to believe men connect more with their homeboys than their girlfriends. Exactly. Look at that basketball player. What's his name? Jalen Wright? I forget. Forgive me if I messed up that name. Do y'all remember not too long ago the basketball player, the little young boy? People kept trying to bring him down because old videos of his college days of how he used to interact with his homeboys came about. We talked about that over here on the platform. Girl, obviously, it's not until he becomes a rising star in the NBA or whatever. Or was it college basketball? I forget. College basketball, and I think he went to the pros. Jalen Wright, I think that is his name. Sat here and so-called got exposed because videos came out when he was hunching on his homeboy. They were playful. They were being playful. But just like Tank cited earlier, you see a lot of these white boys in the frats, they do all this gay shit towards each other. Oh, that's just them being them. But why can't a black boy do that? Why can't black friends do that with one another? You know what I mean? And then in the process, trying to tear this man down. It's not right, and it's not okay. But somehow we're going to make it anyway. Okay, exactly, Jeff. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking about. We talked about that over here. It's not fair. And more straight guys play like that. You don't see a lot of gays doing that with each other. Tell the truth. You see a lot of guys, so-called straight men that play like that. They can't have their moment to be playful. But the white boys can do it and the women can do it. Y'all can pet each other's titties and it'd be okay. So when you put all these limitations and restrictions and you keep moving the goalposts, you know, for black men, for black heterosexual men or black men, period, why do you think the DL realm exists? Why do you think a lot of these straight guys are afraid to release their emotions onto D or be, you know, public about, oh, hey, baby, I just want to let you know, hey, when I was in college, you know, me and my homeboy, whatever. Like, you know, again, it's just not fair. It's not fair. And until we find that even level playing field where men can just be and exist and it just is what it is, girl, we're going to always have these problems. Don't they be petting each other's titties, girl? I used to do my homegirls, oh, my titties, feel my titties, girl. And the girls don't feel no type of way. I couldn't walk up to my homeboys and be like, hey, how that dick hanging? How them balls? How are those balls? Girl, I'll be punched in my face. Let's normalize. Can we normalize? Look at me. This is why they don't want to come out too, girl. Look at me, girl. Yeah, can we normalize just petting our homeboys' balls? Like, how you doing? How you doing? Yes, girl, period. Can we normalize that? You know? Like, why I gotta play football or basketball for me to slap your ass real quick? You know? Come on now. But what's crazy is growing up with a bunch of straight dudes, how they will play like that amongst their friends, close-knit friends, pantsing each other, nut tapping, girl, playing gay shit, just doing it. And it's not in an effort to be gay. It's just being playful. And if we're gonna let everybody else do it, why can't the niggas do it, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, period. Let's normalize it, Jeff. Period. Vote me for president, girl, in the next couple of years. Hello, God. Anyway, y'all, that's all I have. I appreciate y'all showing up and showing out. Again, for the girls hitting the replay and even the girls that are live with me right now that haven't done so, hit that like button. Hello, God. Follow the platform, engage in the platform, comment, subscribe, girl, all the things. I humbly ask that you tap that notification bell. That way you're updated each and every time I'm uploading something new. Please know that after this and sometime during the midnight hour, I will be dropping a video. So please go support that. Support my other videos too, girl. We've been on the T. I know that I've been gone for a little minute in terms of, pre-recorded uploads. But girl, get into the last couple videos too, because they are cute. Share them out. I really do appreciate it. Let's keep pushing that truth and justice and the let's talk about it moments that we have here on the platform. Christmas is upon us. 'Tis the season. Wishing you guys all kinds of peace, love, and joy and all the things. Yeah. So, all right now. Be blessed and never stressed. Remember that health is truly wealth. And you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday and have a safe and, blessed week. Ciao. All right. Bye.